lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Check this out, right? Don't never be ashamed of who you are. If you serve God, you serve God proudly. The fact is, you should be celebrated. They sitting laughing at me. They thought I wouldn't make it. That's why I'm laughing back and waving at you haters. And if you never listen to this song, never pass it on. I just pray to God that you would come to see the throne. Cause we gon' celebrate. And it really matter what they gon' say. If they put us in the grave, I guarantee we elevate. So let the haters hate. Cause we gon' celebrate. They put us in the ground. Your boy gon' elevate. I'm on a different level. One that I didn't used to know. Mine off that nouveau. I know my son now is twofold. That's why I'm writing new songs. Preach it like that I'm new on. I'm wealthy in the spirit. Somebody passed a great poop on. My daddy was a gangster. Blackstone Ranger. Now my daddy, that baby that was born up in that manger. They said that I was great and it's destined to be amazing. But all I saw was the one who died for me. Just for me to have relations. And it's crazy how the pressure almost made me conform. But the fact that in 84, Al Cam almost wasn't even born. My mom went for abortion. Doc said I was lost in the womb. She prayed to God to save her baby. I came rolling out them tubes. Now this life that I'm giving, this gift is nicely presented. It's right with righteous within it. The Holy Spirit is in it. Intended life to be splendid indeed. It's time to celebrate. Full speed ahead. No time to break. No time to wait. Let's elevate. They sitting laughing at me. They thought I wouldn't make it. That's why I'm laughing back and waving at you haters. And if you never listen to this song, never pass it on. I just pray to God that you would come to see the throne. Cause we gon' celebrate. And it really matter what they gon' say. If they put us in the grave, I guarantee we elevate. So let the haters hate. Cause we gon' celebrate. They put us in the ground. Your boy gon' elevate. I got my backpack. So when it's time to go. Before I kill them, I say Geronimo. I skip every class. Still got honor roll. Yelling out Magnum cum.
My good people, Charles McCutchen here. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. How y'all doing today? What's going on, my good people? Today I bring to you joy. That's all I can bring to you is some joy, family. This is an amazing journey that we are on, and I know some people are really going through it, and I'm praying for everybody. I truly am. It's just so much going on. I'm going to talk about some things that's going on in my world. I have to. For those who have, this is like your first time listening, this is Charles McCutchen. I'm your favorite entrepreneur. I am hosting Charles's Corner on behalf of Elation Radio. And what we do is all about financial freedom. I'm going to put stuff together to make it hopefully make sense to you, and I want everybody to go out and do due diligence and make it happen for themselves. That's what I'm saying. Today, this whole week I've been putting out, I'm still on that business credit, y'all. And I'm trying to tell y'all the reason why. I'm still on business credit. I'm not going to ever leave it until they change the rules and regulations of it. And I talk about it so much because I know for a fact, and you need to look this one up as well, a lot of businesses are going under. You know, they're going under, y'all. I don't know what to do to save them. I know how to get to the funding. That's one thing I know how to do. I don't know what to do for specific businesses, and a lot of businesses are failing financially. And because a lot of the different things that's supposed to be in place for the smaller businesses are not really getting to the smaller businesses. And they're not getting the funding. I get people asking me every day for grants. And I'm like, as a for-profit, there are grants out there. I will say that. But I will say good luck finding them. And I got that from the Small Business Administration. The guy said good luck finding a for-profit grant, but I'm not saying they're not out there. So do your due diligence. The other thing I will say is I'm telling people that there are grants out there for the nonprofits. There's more privately held grants out there for the nonprofits than it is public. So, I get asked that probably once or twice a week. Hey, I'm trying to start this business. Is there any grants so I can start? And I'm like, I just keep hearing it. So I guess because I keep hearing it from so many people, and I'm looking in the news and I'm seeing so many businesses fail, and then I know that businesses don't have the money that we need to get, or we go to the bank and they give us barely any money to stay alive. That's why I keep talking about business credit so we can get funded. That's all it's about for me, getting funded. And hopefully it's the same with you as well. We have to figure out this funding thing, y'all. It's crazy out here. So today I'm going to talk about Dun & Bradstreet. And I know a lot of people may or may not know about it, but it falls in line with you getting your business credit. And I'm going to go talk about a few different things that they do. So you can get funded via your business's name, and it's not tied to your credit score. You don't have to have an 800 credit score. It has nothing to do with that. It's separating personal from business. So business credit scores, they really depend on how well your company is paying the bills. Are you paying the bills? You're going to have to get these different things called vendors out there. So consumer and business credit scores, you got business credit scores that are 80s, and then you have credit scores that are 800s or 700s or whatever. So these are just two totally separate things. So Dun & Bradstreet, they're a company, and what they do is they show how likely your company is to pay your bills. That's what it comes down to. Dun & Bradstreet is reporting out to these different lenders who look at Dun & Bradstreet and say, hey, is this company paying their bills? And Dun & Bradstreet will say yes or say no or say maybe or say not so much. So what they do is they take a historical information and they try to predict like future outcomes with the database that they have. It's kind of crazy. So, good luck with that. So what they do, the other thing they do is they look at it's statistically driven. It's data driven. And so they don't use like intuitive judgments. They use statistics to figure out, are you going to pay your bills, and are you lendable? So you have to be lendable first. They use a scoring system that ranks people and order accounts probability of your late payment. So the goal is not to have any late payments. Same thing on the credit side. The other thing is, since they're using that predictive scoring model, it only can give like the probability. It's not a guarantee. So that they'll say, well, they may pay their bills, but there's a good likelihood they will pay their bills because they don't have any late fees. So there you go. Even if you have a new company, I know you don't have any historical information to put out there, but as you build it, you can build and get these different type of companies. So you can, what these companies are doing, like the Walmarts, the Sam's Club, the Lowe's, what they're doing is they're helping you to build your database of business, your book of business, so you can have some historical data. So Dun & Bradstreet can report favorably to these different companies on your behalf. That's how we get funded. So there's a thing called a D&B rating, Dun & Bradstreet rating. And it's their own rating. They have their own thing. So what they're looking at is your company's fiscal balance sheet, overall evaluation of your company's credit worthiness. That's what it comes down to. That's all it is. The scale, there's different scales, and I hate to talk about it, but I'm going to. I don't want to talk about it, but it is what it is. So there's a scale it's from 5A into HH, like hotel. And there's rating classifications that show your company size based on your worth or your equity of your company. And that's just as per Dun & Bradstreet. And I know people don't really go down this lane, but I go down the lane just so people can at least hear it one time about D&B. So if your company is new, you're not going to have any financial statements. They understand that. So only when you have a financial statement from these different companies, that's when you'll start getting these different type of ratings. So by definition, a startup company is considered a high-risk company. There's a lot of different high-risk companies. You have the real estate companies, a high risk. Financial companies, high risk. Credit companies, high risk. And that's because, when you have the startup company, you just don't have a commercial credit score as of yet. So even if you have an 850 credit score on your personal, you don't have that with your business. So you got to start where you have to start. So Dun & Bradstreet, what they do is just try to figure out if your company can pay the bills. They don't know for sure, so they just err on the side of caution, so you're really not going to get the best rating that you could until you start to grow your business. And I'm telling people right now, it takes approximately 4 to 6 months to really grow your business so you can get funded with no personal guarantee. So there's such thing called a financial strength indicator, and that's strictly from Dun & Bradstreet. And what they use is the net worth or capital from the company. Not saying that your company has to have it, but if it does, that's good. And I still see a lot of people out there trying to improve their companies by getting these things called shelf corporations. Now, a shelf corporation is a company, is basically a shell of a company that was built, and you literally almost put it on the shelf or you just hold it for a little bit, and it can be held for like 3 years. And what it does is it makes that business look pretty good in a sense to where other people buy that shelf corporation and put it in their company to say, hey, I've had business for 3 years, and they try to make their company look good. What I will tell you is a lender knows that you bought a shelf corporation, and that's one of the factors they take into getting you funded. So just to let you know, there's not going to be any secrets. You're not going to look up and get this money. You're not going to slip by. It's not that type of party, y'all. So when the D&B rating, it'll let it'll tell them if your business is new or if they got new information. So that stuff already pops up. And there's a such thing called a condition code or a risk indicator. And if, risk indicator, that should give you a red flag of what it really means. It just measures the amount of risk the creditor can expect. And it takes into account items that D&B gives the likelihood that your business will fail. It's kind of crazy. They're trying to protect themselves from not lose money. And everybody should be doing that. It's not a secret. They don't want to give you money knowing that you're going to fail. So that's what they do. So a company gets the lowest rating if no information is provided, and that rating is number 5. And I know y'all not going to even see this, but I'm still telling y'all about it. Dun & Bradstreet has a system. So any business wanting to get business credit scores, you need a DUNS number. Please don't go out and pay for a DUNS number. There are companies that will charge you $300 to $500 for a DUNS number. There are companies that will charge you $300 to $500 for an employment identification number. Those numbers are free. But we do what we do. And that lady was like, I said, you paid for it? She's like, yeah, I paid $500. I said, okay, and keep it moving. So that DUNS number, it really identifies your company and gets you into their system. So if you don't have a DUNS number, they don't have a record of your company in a sense. So it's like, how you going to get funding if companies are looking to Dun & Bradstreet to give you a criteria to say if you're lendable or not and you don't have a DUNS number? So, figure it out. That's all I'm saying. And now we get to business credit. So business credit is all about being, like I said, it's your business name. Figure out which company, and you can go online and you can do a Google search on which companies are high risk, and I say go away from those companies. That's just me. It's not going to be tied to your credit. It's going to be dependent upon your company paying bills. So when I say paying bills, let's say you have Walmart as one of your vendors. You purchase something from Walmart. Walmart, I think they report to Dun & Bradstreet. I don't know. These companies change up so much. One time they maybe report to Dun & Bradstreet. Next thing you know, they're reporting to Equifax or Experian. So I just call them up and say, hey, who do you report to? When do you report? And do you report negative only So I need to know those type of things before I get a specific company. So that's what I do personally. So let's say you have Walmart and you bought some stuff from them through your business credit card that Walmart gave you that you had to go fill out the application for. And so as they gave it to you, Walmart could be a net 30. It could be a net 10, a net 50, a net 90, a net 60. All that means is when you get a net 30 item, you have to pay for that item within 30 days. And that gets you what we call a paydex score. And your paydex score is like your credit score for your business. Just like we have credit scores from 350 to 850, our business credit score is called paydex, and that goes from 0 to 100. So you can be lendable. So when Dun & Bradstreet looks at your business, you want to have at least an 80, 90, or 100. The lady just got in touch with me on social media. She said, Charles, I have a 70. I said, well, you're going to have to go back out to that company and purchase some items and then pay them on time, because obviously she didn't pay on time, and that's why she has a 70. I didn't tell her that, but she should probably get the picture as far as paying your bills on time. And it's just like our credit, our credit scores. We got to pay the bills on time. So as you go through all that, what I usually do is I look, and I say usually, that happened like 6+ years ago. I've been doing this over 6 years. You go get 3 different companies, maybe Uline, Granger, or something like that, and you go get 3 different companies and then make sure that they report. Because when I first started, I had a company that wasn't reporting. I thought they were going to report, and I waited for a month, and then I kind of forgot. And so another month went by, and I said, oh, shoot, I forgot that I was getting this company. So I forgot that I had ordered something from this company. So I called them up, and then they said, well, we don't report anymore. And I was like, man, I wasted all my time, because what you're doing is trying to get you're trying to get these companies to report on behalf of your business. So they can report to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian, but Equifax and Experian is on the business side. So Equifax and Experian has the credit side and it has the business side. You want to make sure we're on the business side because that's what companies are looking for. Lenders are looking for the business side. So you get that done. You get 3 reporting. I go out and get 2 more. Now you have 5 reporting. Go get 5 more. Now you have 10 reporting. You got to keep up with all this stuff. You got to know who they report to, when they report. You got to pay your bills on time. So then now you got 80, 90s, and 100s as far as your paydex or what have you. And now you can go to the next level. I would go to the next level when I get at least 14 or 15 reporting companies on behalf of my company. So some of y'all are already doing the work. And when I say the work, you're going to Walmart, you're going to Lowe's, you're going to Staples, you're going to FedEx. You're going to all these different companies, and you're using your personal gas card, your personal money to get gas when we could get a business gas card. So all we're doing is transitioning all our stuff from personal to business. That has to make sense. I like stuff that just makes common sense. It makes common sense to use my business gas card to go do some business in my car. Does that make sense? And if it don't, hey, keep doing the personal, not mad at you. It's not for everybody. So I just put out information, and I like it to make it make sense. So after you do that, then you get to the Visas and the MasterCards. Having used American Express, they've been on and off again as far as business credit. I just never decided to go with them. So what I did when I first started is I went online. This lady told me, you can get business credit in 7 days. And I just followed her stuff to a T. I went out there and applied for everything she told me to apply for. I went out there and tried to get the Visa. They came back and said, denied. I went out and tried to get the MasterCard. They came back and said, denied. So I sat there and went through her video probably about 5 or 6 times, stopping it, rewinding it, writing down step after step. And I followed everything to a T, and I found out that wasn't the right thing to do. You learn the hard way. It took me approximately a year to get this doggone business credit. But that, like I said, that was 6 years ago. And I'm just trying to show people that we have access to this funding. And what's about to happen when the market crashes, I'm looking at, y'all know I'm Mr. Real Estate through and through. So I look at the real estate market and how first to help people, because we can help a lot of people out of foreclosure. And then the other thing, I do want to eat as well, so hopefully I can make some money in the same time. So it's going to be a lot of foreclosures out there. We're going to be able to help a lot of people, but those who are going to win are the people who have the knowledge and the capital. If you have the knowledge and the capital, you can win. If you just have the capital, you're going to do some damage. You're going to do some work out there, but you may be overpaying because you don't have the knowledge and understanding what you're supposed to do. So for me, changed when I got my mentors to help me to understand what I thought I knew. And I speak to so many people on a daily basis who don't have mentors, and all I just shake my head and keep it moving. Because it's going to be an epiphany when they look back 3 to 5 years from now and say, man, I could have had a mentor, and I could have been doing this and this and this. And so that's where you need to be for any industry that you're in. If you don't have a mentor, you're probably working harder than you should. Find somebody who's been there, done that. A lot of people who, we got these success coaches, and no knock at a success coach, but I got to tell you how I feel personally about it. This is just me talking, so everybody has their own opinion. This is my opinion. If you're a success coach for me, not for somebody else, if you're a success coach for me, you can't work a 9 to 5. You have to have made X number of dollars to be my coach, to be my mentor. Because if you haven't made more than I have, I don't know how you're going to coach me to make more, because if you can do a thing, you can teach a thing. That's just what I believe. I don't want you to, if you haven't done multifamily and you're doing single-family deals, I want to sign up for multifamily. I don't want you to try to guess me through the process. I need to know with 100% certainty that you understand what you're doing, because that's how we grow. And for me, I got four mentors in the real estate book, right? And what's going to happen is I've outgrown 2 of my mentors, maybe 3 of them. Like, I've outgrown them. It's time to move on. I've outgrown them, and I learned a little bit, from one of them. One of them I learned a little bit more. One of them a little bit more. But I take direction very well. One of my first teachers was like, these guys 20 and 21 years old. Y'all, some of y'all heard the story before, but they gave me so much content and helped me to understand that I was playing small back in the day, back in like 2011. I was playing small, and I had to change up what I was doing. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Quick recap. You must get true business credit, and I only call it true because there's different types of business credit that people tell you can get in a week. I'm not talking about that type. I'm talking about the type that takes you 4 to 6 months to build. That's what I want you to do. I need you to understand that you're going to need a Dun & Bradstreet number. You do not have to buy their credit builder program. Before you purchase anything from them, make sure you understand 100% what they have to offer. They are still a great company, but just make sure you know what they're offering, all right? So that's my time. That's what I'm going to do. I want to pray us out. Dear Father, we enter in your presence, and we ask that you touch us, dear Lord. Please give us the love and the confidence that only can come from you. Please give us the best version. Allow us to be the best versions of ourselves. And I ask you that you continue to move us along in this journey, dear Lord. Ensure that we manifest the destiny and the glory that you set forth in our lives. Ensure that we use up the territory that you've given us, dear Lord. And I pray for everybody to gain more strength in these trying times. I pray for everybody to gain more wisdom and everything that we have to go through, so that we'll know without a doubt that joy comes in the morning. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, and amen. I want to thank everybody for coming on this line. Y'all can find me all over social media. Our brother is tired, but I'm still going strong. And I'll probably have another update next week on my personal journey. But Ms. Kimmy, I say thank you, hand salute to you and the Elation family as we continue to move this thing forward. Y'all take it easy. Be blessed.
Shout out D on the track, Paint Music Media. Shout out DJ Lee Productions, and I'm Al Ken. But if you a game changer, got my head in. My grind don't hide. Win, lose, or draw. I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 I'm full court press, I pledge allegiance to the best. Ain't nothing left to give it that reverence that the Father gets. So every day I work the sweat, can get a flesh, another rest. They say go hard or go home. I say just do whatever's best. It's evident I'm blessed and I work like it. Fight like a Viking, fight like a lichen. The difference is I like it, so I shine like I'm lightning. So I'm going head to head with certain depth. Who you liking? Yeah. So it's time for coach to put me in. I'm strapping on my shoulder pads, lacing up my cleats, and then I'm gone with the wind. Like I'm gone in 60 seconds. You can't hold me, you can't check me. Check the memo, check the message running through. Like I'm baddest, I'm trucking whoever's standing in my way. Ain't no way you gon' stop me. You better off to let me in. Cause I go hard, even though they say no way that I could win. Like I'm Brett Ford, I'ma ride this way. My head to the sky, my grind don't hide. Win, lose, or draw, I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Yeah, I told you once before, my God came to change the game. Different outlook on to life, a different way to play the lane. Now my rush and yours is skyrocketing, now I'm so insane. For the kingdom building, now my shot, it cannot be contained. So I'm gon' pray for change, for myself and then what I can. I don't need no euros or no pesos or no money grams. Shout out to Wado, cause I know that he gon' play this fam. The FCA Sports Camp, Game Changer, Summer Jam. I don't need 100 grand to tell them that they need the lamb. It's heaven, it's just who I am. Al Kim, this where I stand. Man, I'm gon' play the fist. It's too deep to turn it quick. It's like I'm out from the trap to turn around, get back in it. Never that's so insane. It's evident your book they chain. Like I'm Jack Johnson, the same year he changed his name. So I sacrifice my life for the cause just to win. And if you a game changer, let me see you represent. My grind don't hide. Win, lose, or draw, I'ma ride till I die. I go hard in that lane. My God is the aim. Put me in, coach, and watch me change the game. Cause I'm a game changer. 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 Now put me in, coach. 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 I'ma go hard.
I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard. I'ma go hard.
Cause I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.